Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We take a quick look at the diagonal pattern in the white scenario that we've been tracking over the last few weeks since the price bottomed there on the 7th of April. And it's still a diagonal pattern, and we are still working on this third wave as per the last video update. I highlighted to you that we're likely in a third wave and needed to see a break below the Monday low for an indication for a top. So, until we break below that level, can of course go higher. It's a third wave. Yeah. I've slightly adjusted the microstructures within the third wave from a I don't want to overcomplicate it. So it's basically the idea is that the triangle we were tracking is likely a B wave, not a wave 4 as tracked before. That doesn't change the direction, but it means that the upside targets are a little higher. So we will talk about that now, and we will remove from the chart what we don't need anymore, and maybe add a little bit of micro counting here. What I wanted to share with you is just a reminder, but you know that if you watched our videos over recent weeks, that the white scenario remains preferred, so higher prices, as long as we're holding wave 4 support. Okay, so no change there. It takes basically a break below this wave 4 support area to confirm that the bulls are failing and that we don't get a 5-wave move up. So there's no change there. If you're interested in the bigger picture, check out my last video from earlier today, in which I also covered the daily chart. And just as a reminder, a second reminder, the idea is still that the bullish scenario is leading. Yeah, and that the red scenario, which is let's call it a bear market rally in a B wave, it's the alternative. It's not unlikely. I would simply see it as the second most likely scenario, not the most likely one. Okay, so I intend to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt, as I've done it in recent weeks. There are too many people out there who are talking about a bear market already. I mean, it's possible. Okay, I've been warning about it, but I also highlighted the potential for that rally that we see right now. So at the moment, the local trend still seems to be up. Context-wise, nothing has changed. Okay, just what I wanted to add here maybe is a little bit more detail into the latest microstructures of this move to the upside, where things could be going. So what we don't need anymore are these two lower sections. They were already reached of this sort of blue Fibonacci extension zone. Maybe we should remove what we don't need. That Fibonacci support zone, don't need that. I'd like to keep the triangle trend lines on the chart. But if we see it, if we see this as a diagonal pattern, as shown here on the chart, then this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, A, B. So how can we calculate a target for wave C? A couple of ways. We can take the length of wave 1 and we go to the low of the wave 2. And then it's minimally the 138% extension that the price should reach. So we talk about 92K here. In addition to that, we can take the internal structure. So we take the length of the A wave. And I'm doing this now because I get requests here and there. People ask me to show how to draw these Fib levels. So we have an A wave to the upside. We have a B wave to the downside. That was the end of the triangle, by the way. And then it's typically this area. Now we have to remove the sections we don't need, but you see it's funny. They're overlapping. So that means we have here an area around 92,000 that could provide some resistance. And then 94,017. So then let's say the 94 to 94.5K area, then 95.4K. These are the next levels to watch above. Okay. And it does seem as if the price wants to stretch a little higher based on this microstructure calculation. Now, people always ask me about the nano counts. I can tell you they are fragile. So, but we can give our best here to add some nano counts to the structure. Basically, the move to the upside. This looks somewhat like a I might track this also. It's tricky. This move, this was 3 waves, the last move up there. The microstructure is not terribly clear. The absence of any nice and deep pullback leaves a lot of room for interpretation, I have to say. One way of tracking it would be to call this maybe a wave 1, this a wave 2 as a flat correction. This is now a third. This would be a fourth and a fifth. Best I can tell, yeah. Not high confidence here, but if we're now working on an internal third wave, then this is a support zone that should hold low confidence. I would call that weak support area because it's low confidence. Because we've already pretty much stretched enough for this entire pattern to have topped. It's just extending a little bit. So 88.3 to 89.4K maybe here as support. Any break below will shift the focus to the larger fourth wave. That's what a lot of people are waiting for. Pullback in the larger wave 4, which should happen at some point, but for now, there hasn't been any confirmation for a top. Now, remember in the last video I shared with you, we need a break below, oh, which level was that? We need a break below the 86,400 level for an indication of a top. Now we can raise that level to 88.3K. So that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership in around about an hour from when I record this video, 5 p.m. UTC. There's going to be our weekly member live stream. I did push it out from Sunday to today for various reasons. So if you're interested in participating, check it out. I guess an interesting day to talk about charts. So if you become a member, you can participate. I love to have these dialogues, conversations with members. We can discuss about charts. I accept some requests and I answer all your questions. So see you there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.